You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen until you get in a crash. Suddenly, a ticket doesn't seem so bad. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. Join the 6-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time WWE Hall of Famer, and WWE NXT announcer, Booker T. Booker T. Alongside his right-hand man, the BOAT, Brad Gilmore, as they discuss everything from inside the ring to the backstage and beyond. It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Hey, welcome inside the Hall of Fame. It's Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Fame with my man Brad Gilmore. Got a famous superstar on the line, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? He's an actor. You know what I mean? He's a wrestler. He's a producer. He does it all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my friend, Stone Cold Steve Austin. What's going on, dog?
Man, what's going on, Bug? It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Hey, man, it's been a while, man. But, we still making the news, man. We still making the news. 19 years, December of this year, man. You and I, the epic fight in the Green Frog grocery store in Bakersfield, California. Did you ever, in a million years, think that that would be an iconic moment?
You know what? When we did it that night, and it was, you know how it went? I mean, it was just bare bones. Hey, let's try this. Boom, boom. It really wasn't nothing said. We did it.
Action.
And we had a blast, and it was one take, and that was it. And we destroyed that store. I never thought then that it would turn into the moment that is, the event that it turned out to be. People
you know what?
that.
You know what I talk to young people about is, I never thought about it either. I never anticipated it. But, Stone Cold Steve Austin was a badass. Booker T was a badass. At that time, it was, for me, it was character building, and I was learning in the WWE. And then I find myself in that situation. But my thing was always to go out and make it the best I possibly could make it. And you was the same way. And I think that's what, made that thing so special. You being on the fly, the one line, price check on a jackass. I always wondered, how'd you come up with that? Did you think about that before you said it?
I don't even remember, Buck. But the thing that's always been from you and me when we met down there in WCW, we always had chemistry. And that, to me, that was what made that work. Because two guys could have went out there and did it, but, and we both mattered. Our characters were developed enough. And we told a story inside that supermarket.
Man, that's what I say all the time. Wrestling, it is what it is, but more importantly, it's about making people feel. I always, as a baby face, when I was getting the hell beat out of me, I always thought about trying to make a tear come out of somebody's eye, make them feel that moment. I mean, you have, been in the business, just as long as I have. You went through several different phases, a few different characters. Did you know that, you were talent? Did you know that you was going to make it in this business, no matter what they throw in front of you?
I didn't know if I was going to make it because I was winging it one day at a time. When I come off that football scholarship at North Texas State, and, I got into wrestling school, and then Jared hired me, and I moved to Tennessee. And I just knew, but when I got in, I didn't have a plan B. So I better make it work. And I didn't get into the business. I don't know how you were, but I didn't get into business thinking, man, I want to be the world champion. I just wanted to be a wrestler. But then when you turn into a wrestler, you don't want to jerk the curtain. You want to move up. And then when you move up the middle of the card, you don't want to be there. You want to be on top. Yeah. So it all kind of spirals, or, all of a sudden the ante gets up. It's like, if I'm going to do this, I want it all.
Yeah, you might as well be the best. That's what I always said. I never thought about the championships when I got in. The money, I thought about the money. but more importantly, I said you got to be, among the elite in order for that to happen for you. So I wanted to be the best, in the locker room. I hate to I hate to compare our time, in the business, our era, to this era right here. But I have to, man. I have to. What we went through, of course, was totally different. We learned like on the job training, peeking behind the curtain, trying to figure out what works. We had that guy in our ear giving us the bug, saying, hey, man, hey, kid, don't do that ever again. What do you think about the business now and how it's changed?
It's definitely different, It's a lot more movement-oriented as far as the in-ring product. I just watched Raw for the first time because I knew they were going to shoot an angle at the end of the program, so I watched that. And I watched Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee have a pretty damn good match.
Yeah.
And I kind of like Keith Lee a little bit more in the independent scene because he was like a wrestler guy. And I don't know if he's fit into the kind of character they've tried to create for him. I don't know if it fits, but the dude's talented.
Yeah.
That kind of match. And then I watched Randy work with Jeff. Man, he was working that arm. Dude, he took him to school. They both put on a clinic.
Yeah.
And then, hey, man, how about this one? Bobby Lashley versus Riddle, because both MMA backgrounds, Bobby's right hands were so spot on. That whole match, those big right punches he was doing, and I didn't know he had the belt. And he truly worked as a champion. And I was talking to someone from the show, and I said, that reminded me kind of back in our day.
Yeah.
It wasn't so movement-oriented. You're telling the story. Wins and losses matter. And it was that hard-hitting style, which I just mentioned in all of those matches, which really stood out in my mind. But the business has changed.
No, you know what? I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. Taking a step back to take a step forward. These young guys watch that Randy Orton and how he go out and meticulously, make you get invested in what's going on. It's something that's it's artistry. That's what I call it. It's artistry of what we call the business, and nobody does it better. But the business has changed. One more wrestling question for me. Texas, Canada, always for me had the best wrestlers, man. Do you agree?
I got one more for you. Minnesota.
Forgot about Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, and there's probably a fair share out of Florida, but Texas, Canada, and Minnesota produce some of the Hall of Famers.
You're right about that. Can't forget about guys like Ravishing Rick Rude. I think he was out of that era. Kurt Hennig, he was out of that era as well.
Animal or Hawk. One of them was from there.
Yeah, definitely.
So was a good-looking dude. Z-Man was from there.
Yeah, you know what? Texas. I'm choosing Texas. Texas is better than all of them.
I'm with you. I ain't gonna argue with Texas wrestling, brother.
Hey, man. I always talk to my students about preparation, man. Preparation is the only luck you're ever going to have. You retire from this business pretty much relatively young, man. 2003, 2004, you walked away from it. Did you know you was going to still be relevant 18, 20 years later doing what you're doing now?
Hell, I never figured I'd be doing what I'm doing now.
Come on, man. Come on.
When I pulled myself out of the business book, that was the hardest decision I ever made. And it took me 3 years to come to grips with that. And then, like I said, I've told many times, I went out to L.A., thought I wanted to get into acting. I didn't like acting, but it was a means to an end, and I found hosting. But, I never had the, like a lot of the boys don't have great exit strategies from the business.
Yeah.
I did not have a great exit strategy from the business.
I never would have thought that. Thought that because I look at you and it seemed like you picked right up after you left the business. Right now we're here promoting second season straight up. Steve Austin, getting a chance to mix and mingle with some of the most high-powered people, in life. And it seemed like you was preparing for this. It seemed like you was ready for that moment. Or was that it? When the knock came, you were just ready to answer. Was that it?
I knew I needed to get out of business because I don't want to put myself in harm's way with that stack of dimes. I feel good now, but all those bumps keep adding up. And when you're dealing with that spine, that's something you don't want to mess with. But you know what, Book? We're in the second season of this show, and those people that came on season one, I got to give them a lot of credit because we shot a pilot, and I think we showed them the pilot. but they didn't know what they was getting into. And it turns out, man, they all had a blast. And the show did great ratings, right? We had a great lead in from Raw. And then on this season, great cast. But now they could see what they were getting into, right? Because they'd seen season 1 and heard about the success. But what I think what helped prepare me was like, yeah, maybe it was the wrestling business or the podcast business. But you know what? Each time I go out with one of my guests, it's a half-hour show. And so we're telling a mini story, right, about their life. And then we do a couple of activities mixed in there, and it's all about them. So we're telling the story. I want to get them over. They're already over anyway.
Right.
And we're trying to entertain the people through the TV screen. And if you can feel the fun we're having and we can put a smile on your face, there's those emotions you was talking about.
Yeah.
And if someone goes into a deep dive of some of the hard times they went through, there's that little down spot.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a wrestling match, Book.
No, you said it, man. You said it. I think the wrestling business did prepare all of us for what we're doing now, because I know without the wrestling background, the entertainment, the character building, I would not be the person I am today. But Brad, I know you got something you like. You feel like you're chomping at the bit to get in there. So go ahead.
I wanted to ask Steve about your show, because I watched all of season 1 and some of season 2, and one of the things, you're a really, really good interviewer. The questions that you ask are questions that I have as an audience member. My question for you is, how do you prepare for those interviews? Do you do a lot of research? Are you planning out, for lack of a better term, spot by spot, like Macho Man and Randy, Randy and Steamboat back in the day? Or are you calling this in the ring? What are you doing?
Little bit of both, man. We're talking about straight up Steve Austin, but Broken Skull Sessions helps too. They surround me with a lot of good people. And on straight up, man, me and Booker worked 100 times. Hey, go out there with a plan, but we're going to call some audibles as well.
Exactly.
So it's doing homework, it's having fun. And when we shot the pilot, we didn't really know what the show was. They pitched it to me, and we thought it would be a thing, but we didn't know what it was. And so when you go out there and you do it, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, here's what it is. And now I feel comfortable in my role of facilitating the process. And going back to what you said, Book, the wrestling, the one thing that wrestling does teach you is kind of not to go back to this gimmick, a ringmaster. Because when you're working, you're doing promos, you're facilitating the process.
Yeah.
And so I think, the wrestling background, to also answer your question, I do my homework. I have a bunch of people behind me, but wrestling taught me how to handle anything on the fly and just go with it and make it something.
Awesome, man. We're talking about straight up Steve Austin, guests like Brett Favre, Charlotte Flair, Ice-T, Luke Cobbs. Got a lot of, like I say, interesting people here that you're dealing with, man. And there again, man, I hope to make it to your level one day. What's next, even, in the future for Steve Austin? Do we got anything interesting coming up other than straight up Steve Austin?
No, we just did a episode of Broken Skull Sessions with Bailey. That's going to come out real quick.
Saw that.
It was a blast talking to her because Booker, she's one of the most entertaining heels in the business. She has been for the last year.
Let me tell you something. I like I said, I don't want to keep you all day and burn your ear up, but I said if I had 20 Baileys, I would not have to worry about anything, because she's the one that she may not be great at anything, but she's like you, Steve. She's good at everything. Hey, man. That's what I say about Bailey, man. Anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
I had one other thing I wanted to actually ask Steve, if you don't mind. You were talking about watching Raw on Monday, the Legends Night, and you said they were going to shoot the angle at the end. That's why you wanted to tune in. Obviously, Bill Goldberg came back, challenged Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. How do you feel, one, about Goldberg's involvement now? Because when he walked away from the business, he didn't walk away on the best terms. He was able to come back, kind of rewrite history for himself. How do you feel about his involvement? And then the second part is, how do you feel about guys who are from yesteryear coming on the show and having these high-profile spots?
One last run is what he's talking about.
No, not for me. But when Bill does that, I mean, he's put himself in a position to do it. So as a businessman, hey, I get it. And so it is what it is. And if, this isn't a knock on the current roster, but And he can bring some eyeballs back from Attitude Era or, WCW when they were kind of going against this Attitude Era. But it is what it is, and it's a business move by Bill.
Yeah,
if Bill wants to do business, he's going to do business.
And the way I see that also, if Steve Austin was to come back right now, asses will be in seats. And I tell those young guys, until you guys can duplicate that, until you can go out there and recreate that magic like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, just like The Rock say, know your role and shut your mouth, kid. And that's truly what that is.
But I think they went off the air just a little bit early because it cut right into season 1 of my show, and I wasn't even expecting that. And I was like, so I think they cut off a little bit early. But one other thing on a note, because I haven't watched every single Raw or SmackDown for a minute, but Randy Orton, his work in the ring has always been really, really good, or should I say excellent. But dude, his character work right now, he is totally immersed in that character. He's cutting the best promos. He's having the damn good matches, and that guy sliced up some legends helped make him. But dude, he was spot on. I thought he stole the show just talking.
Randy is
so good.
One of the best in the business. I always say, man, he's my guy. He's the guy that everyone in the locker room should be eyeing. We talked about peeking, from behind the curtain, watching that guy. That's the guy you should be watching. Say, man, I always say, how do I get to that level? Randy Orton is at that level and that level above, man. Straight up Steve Austin, man. Straight up Steve Austin. Go ahead, Brett.
Hey, I'm sorry. Last thing, because
I've
heard this story. I know, but hey, we got him for 20. I'm gonna keep him for 20. No, hey, Steve, this is the thing I wanted to know, because I've heard this story. You told the story on your podcast a few years ago. I've heard Booker tell it on this show, and I've worked with Booker now for 8 years, and I've heard him tell the story a couple times. But there was some moment where you told this story where you and Booker were in a match, and you went rear back and you hit him as hard as you possibly could at one point, giving him some sort of receipt. What was that? Because Booker said it wasn't that bad of a punch. He said he took it like a man.
Bad of a punch. I barely touched him.
Boy, I tell you what, I'll never forget. I'm glad you asked that question, because me and Booker can look eye to eye on this. We might be miles apart, but we're looking eye to eye. Book hauled off and hit me with that big ass right hand he has. He knocked the trash out of me. And boy, I'm normally very, very forgiving and very patient in the ring when guys start throwing potatoes. But he lit me up so hard, instant rage come across me, and I sent a receipt like ASAP. Microprocess, here it comes. And I threw it with everything I had. The problem is this arm doesn't straighten out all the way. And he was just back far enough that I couldn't connect with him. But I was trying to knock his ass out. And I'm lucky I got such a good chin, or his working punch would have knocked me out.
Yeah, that's his comeback right there. That's what he wanted to get in more than anything. Hey, man, like I say, man, I know you're busy.
I knew, why'd you knock my block off?
Yeah, why'd you have to hit Austin like that,
bro? Let me tell you, that's called a measuring shot. The first one was always a live wire. I tell these guys all today, man, throw up a hand.
Hey, before we go over there, Brad, one time we was down there in WCW, and Booker T, we got a great sense of humor, right? So he started spreading rumor, because back in the day, guys just didn't read dirt sheets out in the open. And, Booker T comes up with this rumor that he heard that he was one of the top 5 workers in the world. You remember what I'm talking about, Book? And he spread it all through the locker room. And guys are like, who put Booker T in the top 5? And it was like a shoot thing, because we're so competitive. And guys, Book had heat with so many guys, because all of a sudden he was one of the top 5 workers in the world. You remember that, Book?
William Regal hated me, man. He wanted to kill me. He goes, well, if you're in the top 5, what number am I?
What did you tell him?
I said, I don't know, brother. I don't know, but I know I'm hovering. I don't know what number, but I know I'm somewhere in there. No, man. That was the good old days, man. That was the good old days. We had so much fun back then. But more importantly, man, we're still relevant today. We're still doing what we're doing. I just did a video just last week with Bad Bunny, and that was really, really cool. Still being relevant by a young guy who watched me when I was coming up. Feel, that strongly enough to want to, put a song out about me. That's really, really cool. To see Steve Austin still doing what he's doing, still staying relevant in the game, that's an example for these young guys as far as, think about what's next. Today is today, but tomorrow, man, you better be thinking because it's going to come really, really quick. So I'm always trying to teach these young guys, prepare because that's the only luck you're going to have. Straight Up Steve Austin airs immediately after Monday Night Raw. So guys, check it out. Check out my man Steve Austin. Still doing his thing, making these suckers, bow down. And I must say, man, it's an honor, man, to be a friend. I appreciate it.
Oh, we've been there for a long time, and I'm sure it'll keep on lasting. I appreciate y'all helping me promote my show.
Oh, yeah, man. Steve Austin, guys, Hall of Fame. Stick around. We'll be back in a momento.
Look, I got to ask you something, all right? Be real. You ever walk into a situation confident, and then halfway through you realize, I might not be him tonight?
Hold up. We're not going to start the show off like that, dog.
I'm just saying, BT. I'm just saying because there's a lot of people out there talking big game with their Twitter fingers, tweeting like they're undefeated. And then when it's time to clock in, they hit a 3 count on themselves.
Self-pin. Ain't no way. You got to kick out at 2, man.
Exactly. And that's why BlueChew exists. Because listen, even if you get hit by your lady or a little sneaky link with that mysterious 2 a.m. you up text, you're ready for a main event. You can't show up like it's a dark match.
Nah. You got to be prime time. You got to be the showstopper. You got to be that can you dig that?
And that's where BlueChew Gold comes in. This ain't just about showing up. This is about being locked in, both mentally and, more important, physically. Because let's be honest, sometimes your body's ready, but your brain is in the parking lot thinking about rent, groceries, or why her cousin still lives on the couch.
Oh, man, you can't be thinking about no couch when it's go time. That's how you lose the title, man.
BlueChew Gold helps bring everything together. Focus, confidence, performance, so you're not out there second guessing like a rookie in their debut match.
We ain't no rookies, dog. We're veterans, Hall of Famers. We finish the matches.
Less talking, more rocking. Less hesitation, more domination. Yeah, less hold on a second and more we good. Let's go.
Ain't no time else, man.
Bottom line, don't let your mind get in the way of a good time. Discover your options right now at BlueChew.com. And what you need to do is go over to BlueChew.com and discover your options. And you got to get that Blue Chew, oh, baby, because it's all about going for the gold. And what you can do right now, you know what you can do? Here's what you can do. We've got a special deal for our listeners right now. When you buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get the third for free with promo code Booker. That's promo code Booker. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We're telling you, you need to go for the gold. The process is simple. It's all online. Get started at BlueChew.com today and go for gold.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brad Gilmore from the Hall of Fame. We're going to take a quick time out because I got to tell y'all about something I've been rocking lately. If you've watched the show, you've seen me at events, you've probably noticed. The chain game, it's upgraded just a little bit. All right? I've had my chaining day, and I'm talking about my guys over at GLD. That's GLD, letter by letter. And look, I'm not really a special occasions only jewelry guy. If I'm wearing something, it's got to be every day. It's got to be durable. It's got to be clean. It's got to be something I can throw on with a t-shirt, a blazer, or even a suit, and it just works so nicely. So feel this. Nice weight, stone set clean, clasp solid. Doesn't feel cheap. It feels legit, all right? That's what we're looking for, and that's what GLD is all about. That's why I like them. These aren't pieces you baby. They're waterproof, sweatproof, built to last, and every piece is guaranteed for life. So once it's on, it's basically part of your uniform. They've got everything too. Chains, pendants, bracelets, watches, plus official NFL and NBA collabs. So you can rep your team. If you want to flex a little hometown pride, I'm hardly home, but always repping the H. You already know I'm thinking about them Texans and those Rockets pieces. And it's not just about hype. Millions and millions of customers, thousands of five-star reviews. And you see everybody from athletes to artists rocking that GLD. So if you ever felt like your fit was missing something and you want to upgrade it, this is the time. This is the upgrade. Work hard and change the game. Oh, yeah. Because right now, new customers get 50% off when you use code BOOKER at GLD.com. That's 50% off with code BOOKER at GLD.com. After you order, they'll ask where you heard about them, so make sure you tell them that the Hall of Fame sent you. That is GLD.com, promo code BOOKER. GLD.com, promo code BOOKER. Do it now. I do it for you. Now back to the show.
Hey guys, this is Brent Gilmore from the Hall of Fame with Booker T. And you know, we talk a lot about trust on this show. Trust in your team, trust in the process, trust in your opponent. And you got to talk about trust in your money. And that's why I use CashApp. I do. I use CashApp. This is true. I use it every single day. It's where I have a card with. It's where I exchange currency with, whether I'm getting a haircut, whether I'm getting, some lawn services, whatever the case might be. I use CashApp because it's fast, it's secure, and it makes handling my money so simple. So whether I'm splitting a dinner bill, splitting money with a friend, checking my balance before a big weekend, it's all right there in the app. So if you download CashApp today and use our referral code, which is SECURE10, for $10 when you sign up. That's SECURE, SECURE, the number 10. Do that. Use that code because CashApp is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services are provided by CashApp's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards are issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. You visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. So go ahead, hit that download button. Use my code SECURE10 and join the millions of people already using CashApp to make life easier. Trust me, you'll be glad that you did it, okay? SECURE10, SECURE10, SECURE10. And remember, CashApp is a financial services platform. It is not a bank. Banking services are provided by CashApp's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards are issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures and use CashApp today. Booker and I use it. You should use it too. CashApp, CashApp, CashApp. Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here with the Hall of Fame. You know what I've been thinking about lately? It's like what really counts as a power move. Like when somebody bets on themselves and actually wins big. Or when somebody goes from getting lowballed to flipping the whole situation around in their favor. Or when you stop settling to decide, I'm going to do this the right way. That is a power move. And if you've ever been dealing with an injury situation, getting the right team on your side, that is a power move too. And that's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. They're America's largest injury law firm with over 100 offices nationwide and more than 1,000 lawyers. We're talking about a team that's recovered over $30 billion for more than 500,000 clients. In Florida, a client got $6.1 million after an insurance company's best offer was only $100,000. In Georgia, another case resulted in $29.5 million, and in Nashville, $10.6 million was awarded. That's what it looks like when a firm fights to get their full and fair compensation. So if you've ever been injured because of someone else's negligence, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free if they do not win. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/Booker. That's FOR, thepeople.com/Booker, or dial #law, #529 from your cell phone. This is a paid advertisement.
Well, joining me right now to talk about WWE SummerSlam Saturday, August the 1st and Sunday, August the 2nd at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tickets are available today on Ticketmaster.com. This woman, she's often imitated but never duplicated. Some people say that she's the reflection of perfection. If you're looking for trouble, you came to the right place because the women's world champion is in the building. Liv Morgan. Liv, how are we?
I'm doing amazing. I woke up the women's world champion, so I couldn't be doing any better. You ate that intro. You worked on that, huh?
I
I can tell
worked
you
on
put
it.
some time and effort in there.
I
I
thought about
appreciate
it.
you.
I went through it. I said I need to give her a world championship like introduction for what you just
The
did.
reflection of perfection was kind of fire. That was a new one for me. I think I might have to use that. Are you okay if I use that? Are you
Take
gonna
it.
try to come at me for royalties?
No, again, we've
Can I
established
have
we're
that as a
fam now.
freebie?
You go for it. The reflection of
Thanks.
perfection. Because it's true. Look, when you went out there on the WrestleMania stage, the song 8, right? The entrance
Trouble.
8. And then the match 10 out of 10, right? You went out
Oh,
there and you
thanks.
accomplished the mission and the goal. And you actually, in all seriousness, you did what everybody in the industry and the business dreams of. You became a world champion at WrestleMania. I can't even
Can you believe
imagine.
anyone doubted me? Can you believe that anyone doubted me?
I can't believe that. I didn't doubt you.
When have I, the Liv Morgan, ever not done something that I said that I was going to do? I don't think ever. I think if you look at my history, like I do not tell any lies. I said that I was going to walk out of WrestleMania, the new women's world champion. And I did.
The greatest of all
Because I'm
time.
the greatest women's world champion of all time. You already know. You already
I
know.
already knew it. Look, it's fact.
That's
Look,
how close we are. You already know.
we're like this. No, but seriously, when they hit 3 on the mat, you become the champion. Like immediately, is it out of body? Like what's the emotion?
It's surreal. It's out of body. The feeling is so big that you really have to be intentional to feel it. It's just huge. It's what we all work for. Like you said, it's like the pinnacle. I won a championship at WrestleMania. You can't get any better than that. And so to achieve that and to accomplish that, something that felt like so far away, like something who knows if I'd ever be able to do. It was so surreal for me. And the moment felt so big that I just remember just laying there, just trying to soak it all in and just trying to absorb it all and just trying to remember that moment and trying to soak as much of it in as I could so that I wouldn't forget it. But it's so big that it's almost hard to feel. It's so overwhelming.
I can only
It's
imagine.
so overwhelming.
I can only imagine, especially like when you have a WrestleMania, and we're talking about SummerSlam, which is the second biggest show of the year. It's the WrestleMania,
Biggest party of the summer.
biggest party.
Be there, be square.
But when you even thinking about Mania, like you have all the media you got to do leading up to it. Then you also got to think about your entrance.
Ate that.
The entrance was insane. You had to have thought like,
honestly.
go for it.
No, it was all just amazing opportunities that I really couldn't believe that I was having the privilege to do. Like I did pretty much like a VMA entrance. For my entrance for WrestleMania. I don't think it's ever been done before. I had the suit, ripped away the suit, gear reveal. My dancers were incredible. And I feel like I won before the match even started.
Well, and then you went out there.
I knew it was iconic. I knew it was iconic, and I knew like I was the first to do it. And if anyone ever tried to do it, they were just copycats.
Yeah, you did it. You set the precedent. People are going to have to try to achieve it. They're not going to be
right. I did right.
Yeah,
I performed.
You did it. You win the title. Now we're looking towards SummerSlam, and like after WrestleMania, obviously, always there's a new crop of people who come up from NXT.
You saw Silruka interrupt me, right? You saw Silruka interrupt me, and then I had to teach her why you don't interrupt Liv Morgan during her championship celebration with her family on Monday Night Morgan. Honestly, the nerve on that woman. Couldn't believe.
The gall of soul on that gal to come out and interrupt you.
Couldn't believe.
It's insane, but it does feel a little Liv Morgan-esque in the sense of like that's something that you would have done if the roles were reversed.
She did say that she admires me pretty much. She pretty much said that I'm an inspiration to her, which she's great. So the fact that like I'm her inspiration, go figure. That's no surprise to me. Of course she's watching me. Of course all the girlies at NXT are watching Liv Morgan to try to figure out how to do what I do. And so even though she came out and said nice things, I still had to teach her a lesson. And look, where has Sol Ruca been? She hasn't shown up on Monday Night Raw. So I hope she humbled herself.
But you know what? I know where Liv Morgan's going to be. Liv Morgan's going to be
There.
at SummerSlam as the women's world champion in a successful defense. We know this. But the SummerSlam stage, for people who may just be like a Mania person, hey, I watch Mania every year, SummerSlam has become just as big as WrestleMania.
Yeah, SummerSlam and WrestleMania are pretty much neck and neck. Different energies, but SummerSlam, like I've been saying, it's the biggest party of the summer. It's such a fun event, so much action. You can always expect the unexpected with WWE, and I'm involved, so you know it's going to be messy. You know it's going to be chaotic. You know you're going to love it, or you're going to hate that you love it. And so I'm excited. We still have a couple weeks, a couple months to see what's going to unfold. So I'm excited to watch what happens.
But one thing is for sure, you're going to be the women's world champion walking in and walking out.
And
Tickets are available. People need to see it. Come see Liv Morgan in person. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to get shut out.
Ticketmaster. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster now.
Do it now. Do yourself a favor. That's the reflection of perfection, Liv Morgan, the women's world champion. Liv, I appreciate you as always. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. We should rehash after SummerSlam.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'll see you there.
See you, Liv. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. What's up, everybody? This is Brad Gilmore and Booker T for the Hall of Fame podcast. And you know, Book, I've been trying to get my mornings together lately. Not perfect, just better. Less chaos, less fog, less of that, why did I drink 3 coffees and now I'm vibrating out of my chair feeling?
You know, man, I know exactly what you mean. I used to hit the coffee hard in the morning. Then by noon, I'm crashing like I just got hit with the bookend. That's not good, dog.
That's why I started messing around with Mud Water. It's a coffee alternative made with cacao, chai, turmeric, and functional mushrooms, stuff like lion's mane and reishi, and gives you this smooth, locked-in focus without the jitters or that nasty crash.
And check this out, if you still want that real coffee taste, they got a new low-caffeine coffee brand, only 45 milligrams of caffeine, but it's got L-theanine and those same mushrooms, and it's feels so good, focused and steady, man. Not wired, not shaky, just ready to handle some business.
Yeah, Book, it's become part of my routine now. You just throw the powder in a mug, add hot water, mix it up. Some people add creamer, honey, whatever. It's easy.
You know, I like this part. Everything in it is organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, kosher, no sugar, no weird stuff, man. Just clean energy that actually lasts.
Plus, you can grab it online or even find it at Target and Sprouts now, which makes it super easy. If you want to get your morning started smarter, head to mudwater.com/Booker right now and get up to 43% off your entire order, plus free shipping and a free rechargeable frother when you use code BOOKER.
That's right, up to 43% off with the code BOOKER at mudwtr.com/Booker.
And after you order, they'll ask you how you heard about them. Tell them that the Hall of Fame sent you.
That's what I call starting the day like a champion. Now can you dig that, sucker?
Look, guys, last December I turned 33, and you know what nobody warned you about when you hit your 30s? It's not big stuff. It's not the random stuff. Like suddenly your energy's gone at 2 p.m. You're still doing the same workouts. You got the same diets, but the results aren't the same. And mentally, some days you feel locked in and other days you feel like you're wading through the mud. I started thinking, something's off here. So naturally I did what every rational adult does. I went down the internet rabbit hole at 1 a.m., diagnosing myself like a lunatic, and one thing kept popping up: low testosterone. Now, I looked into TRT, and look, I'm not knocking anybody who goes that route. But when I started reading about the weekly shots, the long-term dependency, and the cost, I thought, man, I'd rather try something that works with my body first before I jump into something that replaces it. And that's when I found Mars Men. I'll show you this real quick. All right, let me lay it down. What I like about Mars Men is it's designed to help your body support healthy testosterone levels naturally. No needles, no synthetics, none of that. Just like ingredients like Tongkat Ali,
and zinc and boron, things meant to support energy, strength, stamina, recovery, the stuff we actually need to have to feel right day to day. For me, the difference has been something crazy. It's not like an overnight jolt, it's consistency. More steady energy throughout the day, better focus when I'm working. The workouts, they feel stronger again. I don't feel like I'm hitting a wall halfway through the afternoon. It's like instead of spikes and crashes, I just feel dialed in all the time. And honestly, going into this year, I wanted to feel better in 2026 than I did the last couple of years, and this has been a part of that reset for me. Mars Men is made in the US, third-party tested, and they've got a 90-day money-back guarantee. So if it's not for you, you're not stuck with it. For a limited time, our listeners get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. It's a perfect way to kick off this new year strong. That's mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts when you check out. After your time of purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them, and please let them know that the Hall of Fame sent you. All right, that is mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts. Do it. Do it now.
I'm Erin Ryan, political commentator, comedy writer, and host of Crooked Media's Hysteria.
And I'm co-host Alyssa Mastromonaco, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff for President Obama.
Each week on Hysteria, we are joined by a team of hilariously opinionated ladies to discuss the headlines from the serious to the absurd.
We cover everything from reproductive rights to rom-coms and break down the political news of the week and cultural stories that affect women's lives.
New episodes of Hysteria drop every Thursday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Can you dig it, sucker?
The podcast world is heating up with Wrestling Hall of Famer and current broadcaster Booker T.
On the five-time WCW champion. Now can you dig that?
Heated conversations with Booker T. Talking about everything in the ring, behind the scenes, and around the world. From MMA, wrestling, and boxing to music and sports superstars.
Tell me you did not just say that.
This is Heated Conversations with Booker T.
Welcome to Heated Conversation on Sports Radio 610. I am your host. Guys, for everything on social media, I got my man right here next to me in the saddle, Brad Gilmore. What's going on, Brad?
In the saddle?
Yes.
You know, Booker, we're
my ace boon coon. I want to say that right. I'm just playing.
I'll take sidekick. You know, I'll take the Kato.
That face, you got the little snout.
Are you saying I look like a raccoon?
God.
Well, I've never been called that in my life, but I do appreciate it, Booker. I appreciate being called a raccoon.
No, just playing, man.
We're studio hopping. We're in another new studio. I like this one though.
Man, it's got a nice sound. It's got a nice vibe.
It does. It has a better sound in it. Now I don't know if Josh just became better at his job all of a sudden, or if it's just the studio. But one of the two happened over the weekend, and it sounds better. It sounds better. Good, Josh.
I'm better at my job.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you want to follow us, make sure you download the radio.com app right now because the conversation is going to be getting heated over these next few weeks, guys. Big congratulations got to go out to Mighty Mouse Johnson last week, going out there pulling off a great 5-round exhibition is what I call it. Did you see it?
I actually did see it. Great. Did ya? I did.
Yeah.
Great fight from Mighty Mouse. What did you think, though, about the other Heated Conversation alum, Anthony Rumble Johnson?
Rumble's back, man. Rumble, young man, Rumble. And the thing is, I'm glad to see Rumble, back on top. After that last fight that he went out there and had, we saw what happened.
Yeah.
We saw what happened.
No mas.
You know what? He was controlled. He was controlled that whole fight. And like Josh said, why go out there and get beat up for 5 rounds? Just go ahead and get it over with. Right?
Just take a dive? Is that what you're saying?
Look, you already got the money in the bank. Why get punched in the face for 3 more rounds, right?
Yeah. Just punch that lottery ticket. Go ahead and cash it.
Rumble Johnson back on top, man. So definitely a congratulations to both of those guys. This is Heated Conversation on Sports Radio 60. And guys, also tonight, big fight night is going down live. MGM Grand Showtime Championship Boxing. It's going to be a historical night, to say the least. Andre Berto, 33 with 23 knockouts, two-time welterweight champion of the world, stepping in with the greatest fighter. I think right now we can say it, the greatest fighter of the modern era.
Okay. Okay.
What?
I know that's fine. I thought you were going to say of all time.
No.
You did. You trolled me on that one.
No, see that? I caught you on
You
that.
did.
Yeah, the greatest fighter, I think, of the modern era, Floyd Money Mayweather, going to be stepping into the ring to perhaps make history, to tie Rocky Marciano's record at 49-0. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a great night. And the thing is, I think he's going to do it, and he's going to do it with the greatest of ease. Andre Berto, he's lost three
of his last
six fights. Yeah. You know what I mean? And in the fights that he lost, he got beat up. You know what I mean? Yeah. He didn't just go out there and lose. He got beat up, and I don't think he's going to have any idea what it's like to go out there and fight a guy like Floyd Money Mayweather, who is so elusive, a guy who's, 1 second he's here, boom, and then the next second he is gone. So I think this is going to be it's going to be a great night for Showtime.
Yeah, they're going to make some. Well, I don't know. I've heard that the ticket sales actually haven't been doing so good, and the pay-per-view is not tracking to do as good as Maypac did back in
Of course, it's not going to do that good, man. I mean, that was a historical fight.
And so is this.
Pacquiao Mayweather. I mean, people have been waiting for many, many, many years to see that. Ain't nobody been waiting to see Andre Berto. And you know what?
But it's Floyd's last fight. Shouldn't there be more buzz around it? We haven't even talked about it. This is the first time we talked about it on the show.
I really thought, Danny Garcia should have been the guy taking this fight right now.
Or maybe even Amir Khan.
Amir Khan, that would have been that would have been a good draw. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, those two guys would have been a much bigger draw than two brothers going out there. Don't nobody want to see black on black crime.
Nobody wants to see that.
Let's keep it real, right?
That's terrible. Awful.
But the question is Mayweather going to finish this contract up with Showtime? This is his final fight on that Showtime contract, that multi-million-dollar contract, and all that extra money, all that extra glaze he got on that donut, just to be with be with Showtime for these last few years. Is he going to hang it up, or is he going to go for 50? Is he going to try to break the record? Is he going to go for the all-time, that historical feat, and that's become the greatest fighter of all time? What do you think?
I think it's Floyd Mayweather retiring at 49-0. To me, it's like you're right there. You never lost. You never had an ounce of loss in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not go for the 50-0? But the president or the chairman of Mayweather Promotions came out and said that this is 100% chance this is Floyd's last fight.
Yeah, well, of course it is with Showtime. That's the thing, is his last fight with Showtime.
Well, they didn't say with Showtime.
Exactly. They didn't say that.
So you guarantee that he will fight again?
I guarantee Floyd Mayweather.
You can take that to the bank?
You can take that to the bank. Floyd Mayweather, he wants to not just tie the record. Anybody, tying the record, you're going to say, man, it was good. It was a great run. But to go out there and break it, I think it's something that Floyd wants to do.
So you think he wants to go 50-0, then retire?
Man, that would be the big money fight.
It would be great.
That's the fight.
I would tell you, Floyd doesn't want to go out on a dud, and this fight, I think, might be a dud. The interest isn't there. The pay-per-view numbers aren't there. The fans obviously aren't flocking to see this fight. Vegas doesn't really care about this fight. This isn't the money promotion that Floyd always loved, and I think that it's going to be a flop. And he want to go out like that, so he will fight again.
Floyd will fight again. Hey, guys, but I got a special guest that's going to be coming on the show this week. I've been promoting him all week on Instagram, on Twitter, all that there. You know what I mean? The guy's bad, man. He's one of a kind, I think, and he's Wale. Let's get Wale on the line right now.
Wale, wow.
Yeah, I got my producer, Josh Reese, just hooked it up for me. And boom, get him on the line for me, Josh.
King Booker.
Hey, Wale, what's going on, brah?
What's up, man?
No, man. Everything's everything, man. I'm like Marvin Gaye. Everything's everything, baby. I feel good, man. I just got off the road, as well as I'm just getting ready to get back on the road, head to London, England, and do some stuff over there, man. But now the question is, man, what's going on in your life right now, bro?
Right now, I'm actually headed to do a quick little cameo for this video. Then I'm off to work in the studio until the sun comes up.
Always working, right?
Always working.
Hey, man,
Always.
What's your musical style, man? You from that D.C. area, and I'm a big fan of, Trouble, Funk, Express, and all that there, that go-go style back in the day, what's your influence?
Let me find out. I didn't know you knew about that,
Oh,
bro.
man, shoot. The skating ring, Phase 4 back in the day, you know what I mean? The tops off, the music blasted, Trouble Funk was the stuff, man. I mean, down here in Texas, man, we love that go-go beat. What's your influence from that era right there, bro?
What I mean, that we grew up under like a lot of the bands like Cal Band and Chuck Brown and things like that, and EU doing the butt and all that. I remember I was in the kindergarten when that train came out, but I remember we used to sing it on the school bus. We used to sing it on the school bus, I just took that sound and I just kind of made it like a little more modernized, and then I just ran with it, and then, that's how I initially came out first. With that sound.
Yeah, that go-go sound, man. That's something that I take to my grave, man. It's this dude, his name is Daryl Scott. He's a DJ down here. I think he got a record store still over by McGregor Park right now. And he had a purple Camaro with a whale tail on the back, man. He always was blasting that Trouble Funk. So Daryl Scott, if you out there, bro, I love you, man. Big ups for keeping that memory. I felt something.
Yeah, you did. It made you feel some type of way.
That's the only way you remember. You gotta feel a certain.
Photographic memory.
Yeah.
No, he had them Wells and Vogues on there too, man. On the Camaro. How can you forget something like that, man? It was awesome. That was the time, man. That was the day, man. Hey, man, but my thing with you, man, I've been, researching you a little bit. We got Wale with us here with Heated Conversation, Sports Radio 610, on the line. Musical artist, musical genius. Let me give you that credit right there, bro, because I've been listening to your music, man, and you definitely have a one-of-a-kind style. And one other thing that impressed me about you, you don't get no bad press. You ain't, got no scandals going on. I don't hear about no beefs with you and any of No, what keep you motivated? What keep you motivated, man?
I don't know. I mean, I can't say I've been a saint. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had been a saint, we actually bumped into each other backstage at one of the shows.
Oh, I remember that. Oh yeah.
That's the last time they allowed me backstage.
Say, man, get this brother out of here. Don't ever let him come back.
It was like, man, he knows a little bit too much about the business. We like to keep our rappers oblivious to the content, oblivious to the shenanigans.
Everybody else, not just the rappers, everybody else too.
We'll give you this promo.
This Heated Conversation, Sports Radio 610.
Let me get Booker in trouble, man.
No.
Comments expressed by Wale are that of his own.
No, bro. No, but the thing is, man, you're that takes a whole lot. Myself, I've been in the business now 25 years, and I have had no scandals. I've had no bad press or anything like that. My mother taught me the small things in life is what make me, is what's going to get you through life. And I see, perhaps you got that same quality. Your music, man. Also, I've been watching some of your videos, and your music video have such a cinematic feel to it. It's almost like a clip. It's almost like a movie. Is that the design behind Wale's style?
Absolutely. I learned a lot from Jay-Z and Rick Ross as far as like how to make your music have that kind of cinematic feel to it or whatever. So I acquired that early in my career. And ever since then, I just been running with that, man. Like, and I'm very meticulous with it. That's why I'm in the studio for so long, like all through the nights. All through the night sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I really like. I'm very meticulous and pick apart everything and analyze and sometimes overanalyze.
Yeah. Is music the first love, or was it maybe poetry, or what? How did you fall into? How did you?
Football was.
Yeah. Football.
Football was definitely. I went to college to play football. I went to Robert Morris in Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And, I went there. That was my first love, man. And then I transferred to Virginia State. And then I got into it with the coach, and then after that, I was rapping 24/7.
Now, tell me what happened with the coach. You don't skip over that.
Well, it was some things. It was politics. You know what I'm saying? Like scholarship money, and like that train. I was young, man. Like I was like 19 years old, and it didn't translate well. Like you thinking about your scholarship going through, or they playing around with your scholarship money, and it's in your head, and you're not remembering plays, or you not doing the drills again. Body language, all stuff that you don't really think about when you're that young. And then he tried to. That's the HBC, Virginia State. So them coaches, they have a different moral code. Like they don't do all that sighing and like huffing and puffing. They gonna send you on the hill to run. And he tried to do that to me, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. We had a little standoff in front of everybody, and that was it.
Yeah, man. You're young, you make mistakes, man. You look back on them, and you wish you could, take those days and go back and say, man, I wish I did it different. It's this story they play on 30 for 30, the one that never was. It's a story about Marcus Dupree, hell of a running back guy. He was like Earl Campbell. I mean, he was the one, and he made mistakes, and we never got a chance to see exactly what he really was made of. I'm gonna take a quick short. I got Wale here with me, guys. This Heated Conversation, this exclusive right here, baby. Heated Conversation, Sports Radio 610. Back in a minute.
You're listening to Heated Conversations.
Tell me you did not just say that.
With Wrestling Hall of Famer Booker T.
Fantasy football just got a whole lot more interesting because at DraftKings.com, you can start the season this Sunday by winning a piece of $10 million. And for the first time, DraftKings will crown 2 millionaires in one day. DraftKings is America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. One-week fantasy means no season-long commitments. It's like a brand new season every time you play. Just pick your players, pile up the points, and pick up your winnings. Don't wait until the end of the season to get paid. You're through scouting your players for your season-long fantasy team. Now, put that knowledge to the test this week and every week this football season at DraftKings.com. You can turn your love for football into a life-changing payday. Start by winning your share of $10 million. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Get to DraftKings.com now and use promo code BOOKER to play for free at your shot at the $10 million top prize in Sunday's $10 million Millionaire Maker. That's Booker for free. Enter now at DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
Talking MMA, wrestling, and boxing to music and sports superstars.
Can you dig it, sucker?
This is Heated Conversations with Booker T.
Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here with the Hall of Fame. I want to ask you a quick question, okay? Why is it that life never waits for a payday? Bills don't wait, tires don't wait, gas never waits. You're riding around on E. Well, guess what? Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, and honestly, a payday shouldn't happen bi-weekly either. You already did the work. You already earned the money. So why should it just sit there while you're trying to figure things out? That's where EarnIn comes in, spelled EarnIn, like EarnIn. It's the original earned wage access app that lets you access your pay as you work instead of just waiting days or weeks for a paycheck. And just to be clear, this is your money. This is not a loan. It's not a payday thing. This is access to what you already earned. With EarnIn, you can access $150 a day with a max of $1,000 between pay periods. No interest, no credit cards, no mandatory fees. EarnIn makes money through optional tips and optional fees for features like lightning speed, which can get your money in minutes. But there's always a no-cost option so everyone can just keep things moving. And look, we've all been there. Sometimes it's gas, sometimes it's groceries, sometimes it's a bill that pops up earlier than expected. Other times it's a last-minute gift, tickets that you don't want to miss, rent timing, school clothes, or even an unexpected trip to the vet. We know that life happens fast. EarnIn helps millions of Americans take charge of their pay and avoid falling into debt traps by putting their money in their hands when they need it. It's simple. You go download the EarnIn app, add your info, and start accessing pay your way as you work. Any money you access plus any optional tip is automatically repaid from your next paycheck. So there's no stress, there's no awkward waiting, just moving forward. Make EarnIn a part of your financial routine and join over 4 million customers making any day a payday. Download EarnIn today. That's EarnIn. That's EarnIn in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download EarnIn app, type in Hall of Fame under podcast when you sign up. That's Hall of Fame under podcast. It really, really helps this show. EarnIn is a financial technology company, not a bank. Access limits are based on your earnings and risk factors. Standard cash outs take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees. Expedited transfers are available for a fee. Tips are voluntary and don't affect the service. Available in select states. Terms and restrictions apply. Visit earnin.com for full details. Download EarnIn and take control of your pay.
Oh, yeah, new year, new me. That's what everybody says when January hits, right? New habits, new goals, leaving some things back in last year where they belong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Book. You can clean out your phone, your closet, your calendar, and you start thinking, all right, what's actually making the cut into the new year?
And look, there's one thing I'm definitely bringing with me into 2026. Mando whole body deodorant.
Oh, same here. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Mando has become a part of my daily routine. It's one of those things you didn't realize you need until you have it.
You know what I love about Mando is the confidence. Straight up, you don't have to think about it. You just know you're covered.
Exactly. Mando is a whole body deodorant. Safe to use anywhere on your body. Pits, balls, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, feet, all of it, BT.
And it was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal body odor was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. So this stuff is actually designed to handle the problem.
It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours, which is wild.
Now, personally, I like the solid deodorant stick. It's powered by mandelic acid and stops odor before it starts.
I'm a fan of the spray, especially for those hard to reach spots. You know what I'm talking about, BT? Aluminum free, easy, and no mess.
And all Mando products are baking soda free and paraben free. Oh, yes.
Plus the scents, you got bourbon leather, you got clover woods, you got Mount Fuji Pro Sport. Clean, fresh, and not overpowering.
You know, some men try to mask body odor with scent. You know, the cologne stuff.
Yeah, but Mando men, they get the job done right. They don't mask it, they Mando it.
You can find Mando now in Walmart, Target, and other retailers nationwide. Or for the best deals,
you head over to shopmando.com. That's shopmando.com. For a limited time, new customers get 20% off site-wide plus free shipping when you use our code BOOKER.
That's 20% off site-wide and free shipping with the code BOOKER at shopmando.com.
Seriously, support the show and let them know that we sent you over there.
Go to shopmando.com, use the code BOOKER, gets 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. Oh, yes.
Mando's got you covered. Deodorant plus sweat control so you can say goodbye to sweat stains and say hello to long-lasting fresh.
Hey guys, support for today's show comes from Square, the business platform that helps sellers become neighborhood favorites. Whether you're gearing up for a busy season or just trying to keep up with everyday demands, Square keeps your business running smoothly, from payments and point of sale to online orders, inventory, staffing, and more, all in one place so you can focus on your customers and not on your to-do list. You know we're always moving around over here, podcasting, live events, wrestling, appearances, flying all over state to state. And one thing I've always noticed is how many local businesses I love already use Square. Whether it's a coffee shop, a sneaker spot, a barber shop, or even events and conventions, everything just moves smooth with Square. The checkout is quick. Receipts hit your phone instantly, and the staff can actually focus on the customers instead of fighting with the register. That's what stands out to me, and it feels seamless because we already use this at Reality of Wrestling, and Square really works for your business at every level too. Whether you're just getting started or already growing, they bring payments, inventory, and online sales and operations together in one system without making things complicated. Square helps you run your business more smoothly, bringing payments, operations, and insights together all in one place. So whether you're ready for whatever is next, That's what you got to get. You got to get Square. Right now, listeners can get up to $200 off Square hardware when you sign up at square.com/go/booker. That's SQUARE.com/go/booker. Get started with Square and build a setup that works the way you do. And also, we got to shout out our guys at GLD for a second because these guys have really impressed me. You know, a lot of times when you get jewelry online, you don't know what you're going to get, right? Sometimes it looks good in pictures on the model, but then you get it in person. It's lightweight, it feels cheap, and it doesn't hit the way that you hoped. But with GLD, that's a different story, brother. Yeah. First off, this chain right here that I'm wearing right now, the quality is crazy. It's crazy. I feel like Iceman. I feel like Drizzy Drake. You can feel the weight, the craftsmanship, the detail in the stones, the clasps. Everything about it feels premium, and I love that they make the pieces look incredible without those ridiculous luxury markups. What I rock with heavy is that they've got something for everybody. We're talking chains, pendants, rings, watches. Whether you want something clean and subtle or something that really pops with your fit, they've got you covered. And if you're into sports, they've got official collabs with the NFL, NBA, MLB, NCAA, and more, so you can really rep your squad the right way. The other thing I like, the pieces are built to last. We're talking waterproof, sweatproof, lifetime guarantee. That's not something you just wear 2 times and throw it in a drawer, man. You can actually wear it every single day. And I'm telling you, when you throw on a fresh chain, it changes the whole energy. The fit looks better. You feel more confident. The ladies, they notice it. So you can do this. Let's do it together. It just adds something a little bit extra. Work hard and change the game for a limited time only. New customers are getting an insane deal. Use code BOOKER to get 40% off at GLD.com. That's 40% off with the code BOOKER at GLD.com. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please let them know the Hall of Fame sent you. So now, let's start the show.
This is the conversation on Sports Radio 16. You feel that beat?
You're
right
feeling
there?
yourself over there.
Oh, man, that's what I'm talking about.
You're grooving over here. You're about to bust out a spinneroonie right now.
No, man, this is what it's about right here, man. This is real music. This is the conversation, Sports Radio 16. Got my man right now on the line with me, Wale, chopping it up, talking about something on the real, and music. We're gonna talk about some, wrestling here in a minute. But Wale, let me.
I'm sorry. This song is so good. This is the Matrimony off the new album. It's so good. There's a great intro from Jerry Seinfeld.
That on the way here, man.
Oh man, it's such a great song. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hey man, how you feel about your name getting mentioned in the presidential race? Well, I mean, they gave you a prop, even though it wasn't the right guy, But how you feel about that, man? The guy he's sitting here, Wale, he's a rap superstar, and no, wait a minute, that's not Wale? No. Oh, okay. That's sorry. That's Wyclef Jean. That's Wyclef Jean. No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. That's not Wyclef Jean. No. Oh, Will I Am. Oh, that's Will I Am.
Because some people we all, you know what I'm saying? Some people they think we all the same person.
Hey, bruh, your name got mentioned in front of millions and millions of people that night, man. That's free advertisement, man. Any way you look at it, man, it was gold. When I saw it, I just broke out laughing.
I take it anyway I can. I take it anywhere I can get it, man. They got me in the White House.
Booker, you've been mistaken. You've told me that you were mistaken for Kofi Kingston one time.
Yeah. I was mistaken for Kofi Kingston.
Close enough, man.
Close enough, right?
Our truth.
Our truth. Oh man, they did you like that?
Yeah. I just said, "What's up?" Oh man, this is the Conversation Sports Radio 16. Hey, Wale, let's switch gears for a second. Kind of put you on what I call the heat seat. I listen to your music. One thing I've been talking about on my show since day one is the N-word. You don't throw it around a whole lot in your music and your lyrics, but you do use the word. Tell me your thoughts.
Enough to make a statement every once in a while.
Yeah. Tell me your thoughts on the N-word. Because me personally, I made a mistake. I wouldn't say a mistake. Yeah, I would call it a mistake. It was
a small one.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It was an infamous mistake. Exactly. 18 years ago, and I regret that statement to this day. I'm 50 years old, and that thing still follows me to this day, man. And I
mean, if I was you, I wouldn't think nothing of it, man. But this is why. One, you're a professional entertainer, and that for good or bad, it was entertaining to a lot of people. Even the subculture of wrestling fans, like it goes down in infamy, and it's not. It was hard. Like you didn't hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Now, if it was the other way around, if he said that, like it'd be different. But it was kind of like lighthearted. Like,
and that's my point. You know what I mean? If it was the other way around, people would take it and look at it a whole different way. And that's what I feel like. Man, it's so hard. It's like two evils. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I look at it differently. Like it's just like I believe that we all family, like under God's son, like we all family. But at the same time, it's like when it comes to like race stuff like that, tension, like stuff like that, it's just a tricky subject. Like it's like you can't. It's taboo to whoop somebody else's child. Like, it's taboo. You know what I'm saying? Like, but not to say that kid doesn't get whooped at home. You know what I'm saying? But it's really taboo to whoop somebody else's child.
Yeah.
And I kind of look at it that way with saying the N-word. Like, it's still like a subculture within the subculture where it's like already part of our culture. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, some people didn't grow up like that, so it's not accepted. Like, it's just, that whole N-word fiasco started way before us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it did. But on the flip side, what's your thoughts on Hulk Hogan?
Well, I always kind of felt like I was just saying anything, like
because he's an entertainer too now.
But what you did was kind of out of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think yours was out of adrenaline, and probably like that last night, y'all was probably chilling real hard. He was around a whole bunch of brothers, like you didn't fully like get into work mode yet. Yeah, the adrenaline going. So his was out of malice, like you know what I'm saying, like
yeah.
If you got caught saying something derogatory towards like homosexuals or white folks or whatever, that's that and third, and they caught you saying that in your regular daily life, like TMZ caught you that, I'm sure you'd have to bite the bullet too.
Yeah, you're right, man. And I say the same thing, man. I definitely look at that the exact same way. You get caught saying something like that, you got to pay the cost and live with it. That's what
it's not a. I mean, I ain't gonna call no names out, but like it's not the most like racially appreciative business you can be in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of a dirty game. Like
I've been in the wrestling business 25 years, man, and definitely I've dealt with racism. But when I worked at Wendy's, I dealt with it too. So that's just something I think we're going to deal with in life. And it's something that's never going to go away. We're going to always have racist people. It's just something that, people are going to always fly that Confederate flag, in their own yard if they want to, because everyone has that right to have their own opinion, you know what I mean? But, I just wanted your opinion on that, man. I ain't mean to put you on the heat seat. This is the Conversation Sports Radio 610. Hey, man.
No such thing.
We got to talk about one of the best albums out of the last 5 years. It's in my top 3 favorite albums the last 5 years. The album About Nothing he did with Jerry Seinfeld.
Talk to me about it.
What was it like, first of all, working with Seinfeld? I got to know.
Before you even answer that, Slim Thug down here working with Joel Osteen and you working with, Seinfeld. What's up with that, bro?
Well, now Jerry and I have been friends for a couple years now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's something that I always wanted to do, but I wanted to get to a certain level of like notoriety before I attempted to do something so risky. But it was a pleasure working with him, man. We're still cool to this day. And we got to spend a lot more time when we was making the album together. So, he's very easy to work with. We just go in the studio and I just let him talk. I just bring up certain subjects and we just talk. And I just write down notes and then write music, and play it for him and go back and forth, stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely felt real conversational. You know, it's like even in the Matrimony, the song we were playing, it felt like you kind of led him into that, conversation, and then he went on the roller coaster marriage thing. I got to ask you, though, I'm a lifelong Seinfeld fan. I know you are, too. You just got to tell me, what's Wale's favorite Seinfeld episode of all time?
Well, it doesn't really resonate with me like that. I feel like it's just a whole body of work. Because every episode plays off another episode. There's so many like Easter eggs and inside jokes and stuff like that. I never was able to. Any other series I could come up with a favorite episode, but that one.
You can't give me what about you? Because my favorite season 4, with the arc of them making the Jerry Show. Can you give me a favorite season, or just the whole thing?
I think it's the whole thing. I found gems in every single season that I enjoyed. Even the last one, which a lot of people, feel was like the least entertaining. I still found gems in that one. They all was good.
Hey man, let's switch gears, man. You're a big wrestling fan. I've noticed that. You know about how the booking should be. I heard you talking about how they're actually booking Brock Lesnar pretty good. Which is pretty good. I was like, wow, okay. You're talking about how Stephanie McMahon is, has the swagger. I mean, you're walking around with a title around your waist. You know what I mean? So you definitely,
Take a for Linda McMahon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that Linda McMahon photo was something serious.
Yeah.
That was new levels.
Hey man, but let's talk about wrestling a little bit. First, let's talk about you feeling like you being blackballed. Tell me what happened that night, man. What happened? Just tell the world. I want to know.
It was somebody in the stands about. It's a long time ago. Long time ago now.
It wasn't that long ago.
It was long enough.
They was making some comments. So I was just like, yo, what's up? I mean, that was really it.
Were you just feeling it? You wanted to get in the ring that night. Was that it?
No, I was kayfabe though. Like it wasn't even real. Like it was a publicity stunt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
See, it was a work. It was fixed.
It was all a work.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So he's not blackballed at all. It's just a.
So tell Hunter, down, like give me on creative, man.
Man. How I mean, you want to get in the business from creative side, on air, perspective, No,
not on air, none of that. I just want to be on the creative side. I like the character brand, and I like all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's a whole lot of guys that signed contract that I, got in the door already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uha, Richard Swan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with Enzo and all of them, like and Finn. I kick it with them when I'm down in Orlando. I just have a good rapport with a lot of the guys over there. Mark Henry.
And pretty much how'd that come about as far as, you getting to know, because a lot of those guys, those are a lot of young guys.
Yeah, well, I've just been a fan of the indie scene and, big Uha and Swan and Ricochet and all those dudes and Chris Hero.
Yeah.
So, I was just always, sticking my head around the indie scene. I remember talking to Mark about a couple guys, whatever, and that connection, and the rest is history.
Hey, man, have you ever heard of Reality of Wrestling?
Yeah. Ain't that your joint?
Yeah, that's my stuff, man. We start actually September 20th on the... say what now?
You had a show in Houston, right?
Yeah, man. We start on CW on September 20th. 11 a.m. Sunday morning. My show is getting kicked off, man. And we're actually doing big things. I'm heading to England to actually see if we can bring it overseas as well, man. Reality of Wrestling may be something you want to create and be a part of,
I mean, we could talk. We could talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on some things as well, man. Maybe we should talk, man. I don't want to say too much because,
No, I'm going to tell you right now, bro. The business is doggy dog. You know how life is. We've been at this thing now for 10 years. We're just now breaking ground on a new 21,000 square foot facility where we're going to be able to shoot our show and actually film it, actually do everything under one roof. I'm starting here in just a few months. And I tell you, man, you might want to come down here and make your way, help out. We need help. We need help.
Okay. Well, Buck, you got my number, and we gotta definitely set that up, because I got a team. It's me and two of my friends, man. We've been working on a lot of things, and I want to maybe run by.
Give me an inside scoop, man. Give me give me a scoop.
I can't. I want to. I can't.
Well, when you can, just promise you'll come back on Heated Conversations to tell the world for the first time.
When it's official, I'll definitely. Y'all be the first to know.
How far?
There we go.
How far is it away from being official? Talk to me about that.
Okay, put it this way: there were like kind of closing notes this morning in my phone that I haven't even really checked, because I'm just getting myself together. But like, there's been closing notes, a group text of 4 people, and it's closing notes, and months and dates and things of that nature. We almost there.
Hey man, you got any big shows coming up?
Landmark show in DC. Me, Miguel, Drake, and a whole lot of people. It's on the National Mall, so it should be dope.
Hey man, you're doing big things, bro. And like I said, your music style definitely reminds me. I'm a big fan of Tupac. God bless his soul. I don't know how big of a fan you are. You had to be a fan of Pac. I mean, everybody.
Absolutely.
But
he shaped my career in a lot of ways.
Definitely. And the reason I say that is because a lot of you're a rapper, but all of your music has a certain hook to it, and it sounds like music. It sounds like real music. It sounds like something that you could, even if you wasn't singing on it, it still, rapping to it, it still would sound good. But with you behind it, bro, you definitely put a stamp on it. And the thing is, I'm one of those people, when you do something really, really, really well in life, you ain't never got to worry about a check coming in the mail, bro. And that's you, man. You ain't never got to worry about a check coming in the mail, because you are definitely.
Amen, man.
No.
I'm trying to make it that way.
No, bro. I see how you walk, and I just looking at you from the outside looking in, bro. You are really the truth, bro. So just keep doing what you're doing, and definitely, hopefully, we can get you down here, do some reality of wrestling work, and wait a minute. You know what? Just stick with me for one more second. I got a couple more questions I need to talk to Wale about. Heated Conversation, Sports Radio 610. Back in a minute.
This is Trish Stratus, and you're listening to Heated Conversations on Sports Radio 610 with Booker T. Keep listening, because you will be stratified.
You're listening to Heated Conversations.
Tell me you did not just say that.
With Wrestling Hall of Famer Booker T.
Man, I feel so much better after that shave, man. No more ingrown hairs. Man, I feel so much better.
Well, Booker, did you know that up to 80% of black men and women struggle with razor bumps? And up to 30% of men and women of other races encounter razor bumps as well. It's an issue that a multi-blade cartridge just can't solve.
Yeah, I started using the first and only system for men with coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin, and it's clinically proven to reduce and prevent razor bumps. And 4 out of 5 men reported reduced razor bumps, discoloration, and irritated skin.
Well, what system are you using?
It's called Bevel. Bevel, it uses a single blade that cuts above the skin with less irritation. It's designed from the ground up to give a smooth, bump-free shave. Bevel from end-to-end shave system includes pre-shave oil, badger brush, safety razors, blades, shaving cream, and a cool restoring balm. And that's my favorite part, because it's cool.
It's cool and refreshing. It was actually created by Tristan Walker, a young entrepreneur that saw a void in the health and beauty market. His goal is to make health and beauty simple for people of color.
Guys, start shaving smarter today at getbevel.com for 20% off your first month membership and a promo code Booker at checkout. That's getbevel.com. Use promo code Booker for 20% off your first month. Now, can you dig that?
Talking MMA, wrestling, and boxing to music and sports superstars.
Can you dig it, sucker?
This is Heated Conversations with Booker T.
This Heated Conversation on Sports Radio 610. On the line with me right now, Wale, kicking it with me. I'm chopping it up, talking about what's what in the music business, what's going on in life in general. Wale,
yes, sir.
We got a big pay-per-view coming up down here, and I know you're saying you feel like you've been blackballed by the WWE. We got a pay-per-view coming up here in Houston, Texas, in a couple of weeks, the Night of Champions. I wanted to invite you to the Night of Champions as my guest to try to get you back in and wipe that slate clean. What do you think about that?
Let me check my schedule. If I don't have nothing, I 100%.
I got tickets for you. I'll make sure. We talk to Hunter. We'll talk to Hunter about this.
I was at SummerSlam. I was at Mania. I did every major one last year. So I've been right up under. I've actually sat behind you like twice.
Wow.
But I didn't want to bother you while you was at work, though. But within the next 6 hours, I'll let you know if I can go. But I'd love to go and make it a thing.
Hey man, I'd love for you to come down, be my guest. See exactly what my production look like down here. We professional as it can be down here. Reality of wrestling. We call it the flagship of Texas wrestling. Soon to be the flagship of just wrestling in general, because we're definitely making big moves down here, taking this thing to the next level. I work with nothing but local guys, young guys. My whole crew is young. I'm the oldest guy on my crew, and you're younger than me too. So definitely, we wouldn't mind having you on my crew.
Real quick, I know you got to get out of here. Just give us a prediction for the main event: Seth Rollins, Sting. Who wins the title?
Can I get? I don't know. It's like so many possibilities because I feel like if it's Sting, it won't be a clean win. I know that it'll be like somebody interfering to set up the next thing.
Tell me this here.
The next program.
Wait. All right. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's put you to the test right quick. How would you book it?
Oh, there you go.
I like Seth. I want Seth to do a face turn. I think he'd be a better face because just that little Phoenix splash thing. He never even does it. I think he just does that little fake version of it to set up when he's a face, and that'll be his finish. And I'm sure he'll be a face soon. So I would start that program now. That let somebody interfere. The authority starts beefing with him for a while, and then they have the big finale match, Hunter and Seth, down the road. Probably November.
Probably November. Yeah. I like that.
Just heat the conversation.
Book it now.
Sports Radio 610. Book it. Got Wale on the line. Just turned Booker. You gotta love it, man. No, man, you know your stuff, man. That's pretty good. That sounds damn good to me. You know what I mean? I actually could see that actually happening. Seth Rollins, I said as well. The guy. He's so good. We haven't not seen how good Seth Rollins really is. We've seen
not at all.
I mean, we just scratched the surface on what this kid could actually really go out there and do. And when he turned babyface, when he actually make that big switch, the fans are going to love this kid. They're going to gravitate to him. Even though right now, even as a heel, they still have gravitated to Seth Rollins going out there getting his work done.
The pay-per-view audience definitely loves him. Like at SummerSlam, you couldn't tell who was who, like who was what, like. If somebody was wearing white pants, it looked like a straight up babyface.
Hey, let me get one more question, one more wrestling question for you. Out of all those guys that came out of the Shield, did you see Seth Rollins rising to the level he had?
Yeah, yep. And ironically, it was the last match that they had together. What was it, Extreme Rules last year, or something like that?
Yeah,
with Evolution.
When he was showing out,
he shined. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna be the one. I like all of them, but. I can see where all of them have their, like flaws at. I think Seth is like the most well-rounded in the world, though. Like him and Ricochet, I think are like the most well-rounded in the whole world.
Wow, that's
he knows his stuff, Booker.
You're
impressed.
Words.
I can tell you're impressed.
No, I am. You know what I mean? I am. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, a lot of people just talk it. They think they know it. You know what I mean? But to actually, spit and tell me exactly what's what, the way it should be, and then I could actually visualize it and see it in my head. That's unique. That's something that's totally different. That's something that I could tell that you true to the game, bro. And I could use you down here in Reality of Wrestling. We got a small crew.
Well, me and my man Emilio, we gonna come down there, man. Even if I'm already gonna try to go to Night of Champions. How did you offer? But if I can, I'm still gonna come down there and check in with you, man. I'm good friends with Bun B and his family. With my man Travis Scott from out Houston and all that. So, Jay Prince and all of them.
Yeah.
So, always got love for Houston.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I had Bun B on the show here a few months back, but definitely much love for you, Wale. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Definitely want to see you down there soon. Hopefully, we'll see you at Night of the Champions. We're gonna wipe that black ball slate clean.
And just tell him I'm trying to get an internship I'll clean the ring at full sale.
Turn at full sale.
All right, bro. You got it, man. I appreciate you for coming on the show, my man.
Thanks, y'all.
All right, bro. Oh man,
he's a smart dude.
Oh man, the dude's
really
good.
smart.
You know, he's good, man. And that's the thing. You talk to a lot of people about this business, and they have no idea the inner workings of what's really, really going on.
Yeah, no.
And he knew exactly what was going on. You know, he totally impressed me to the point where I'm like, man, we could actually really
use him down here.
This guy, you know,
Yeah.
You know, because right now I'm working with myself. I mean, of course, I got you with me, Brad.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Bruce Pritchard.
I appreciate it. Kevin
Bernhardt. Big shout out. We're like a ragamuffin crew, and we need more eyes as well as we need more money. I didn't want to say that to him, you know what I mean? You know, I was actually wanted to say, you know, creative, you know, role on the show, maybe investor.
But
I ain't want to hit him too hard, you know, too soon. You know what I mean? But definitely we could use somebody like Wale down here. You know, reality of wrestling is moving to the next level. I said it's right now on online. You can go and check it out. Look at the big press release. You know, reality of wrestling heading to the UK. Talk to some people. You know, I'm putting the suit on. You know, it's gonna be good. You know,
it's gonna. Hey, I'm excited. You know, next Sunday we debut on the CW. I mean, I can't even believe that it's so quick. It seemed like yesterday we were just making the announcement. It seemed like 2 days before that we were just talking about it. Like it was a really before Summer of Champions 2. This was just like a dream. Like it wasn't even a real thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't tangible. We were just thinking about it, you were thinking.
It was a dream, you know. And the thing is, I've talked about this dream literally for the last 10 years. You know, hopefully this dream is going to come true one day. And finally, this dream is so close. I cannot wait to actually sit there on Sunday morning, you know, with my cup of coffee, September 20th, the Night of Champions, guys. So make sure you stay tuned to the show and find out how you're going to be able to win those tickets to Night of the Champions. But I cannot wait for September 20th, Sunday morning, to sit there with my cup of coffee in front of my television, just like I did when, you know, a little different. I wasn't drinking coffee when I was a kid. But sitting there watching wrestling, just like when Paul Bosch was making this city rock, man. I mean, so many people love, you know, what Paul Bosch did. And now, you know, the tweet that went out, you know, from Matt Topolsky, from Bosch to Booker, is definitely something that we're about to make happen. I'm loving it.
I mean, I can't wait. I've already planned what I'm doing, where I'm watching. I have everything set up. Everything is going to be great. Next Sunday, September 20th, CW Channel 39, Reality of Wrestling. And, you know, one of the first things you're going to see is Brad Gilmore. You know, I'm just going to put that out there. One of the first things that pops up. Yeah. Just I got to put myself over real quick.
Now, what's your Twitter and all that stuff?
At Brad Gilmore. On everything, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
you know, and that's
Periscope.
Definitely want to give a big shout out to Jerome Karam. You know, for making that thing happen for us down there, breaking ground on 21,000 square feet, our new facility, our new home, Reality of Wrestling World headquarters, guys. Going to be, and girls going to be coming from all over the world. I had a phone call today from a kid somewhere around the country, and he was like, man, do we have housing down there? Can you guys help me out with that? I want to move down there, actually be a part of Reality of Wrestling. I had a kid from Canada call me last week. Hey, boss! He had the French Canadian accent. He said, you're going to love me, boss. You're going to love me. I can't wait till I get there, boss. You're going to tell everybody, this is my boy right here, boss. I'm going to make you so proud, boss. And I'm 6'3", boss. And I got muscles and everything, boss. You know, I was like, man.
He was cutting a promo.
No, man. I was like, this thing's finna jump off. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm loving about this thing more than anything. That not only that it's going to benefit myself, my family, all of my crew that's been working with me on this thing for so long, but it's going to definitely, jump off and help a whole lot of young people around the world that really want to do this, that want to be a part of something. And I think Reality of Wrestling is that platform, that springboard to make it to that next level, which is the WWE. I don't want to hold these guys down. I don't want them to, be under my umbrella. I want these guys to be able to see the world. My first trip was to Japan, Tokyo, Narita Airport. You know what I mean? 15-hour flight. I want these kids to actually be able to experience something like that and say, wow, man, I did that in this lifetime.
I mean, look at you. I mean, just this week, you made your re-debut on SmackDown as a commentator, sitting right next to the man who sat at the seat before me, Rich Brennan, from Reality Wrestling Zone.
That's
2/3 of the table is Reality Wrestling right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Now he's my boss.
Yeah, now you're reporting to him. Look at that.
I'm reporting to him.
So dreams can happen. Anything can happen when you're with Reality of Wrestling.
No, that's what it's all about. No, I'm so proud of the kid actually being able to go out there.
Why haven't we gotten Rich Brennan on this show? Why haven't we done that? We need to talk to Rich.
He's not big enough star yet. No. I like the kid, dog. But
you got a hell of a future, but
Rich Brennan, you got a hell of a future. But Rich Brennan, he got about I think he got about 60,000 followers.
Well, hey, that's more than what I got. Right? What about you, Reese?
No, wait a minute. Maybe 6,000.
6,000? Well,
6,000 followers.
Still respectable.
I was looking at. I actually snuck a sneak peek at his. Sorry, he only had like 6,000 followers.
You got to help him.
I'm not going to follow him.
But guys, you know what? Just stick around. Heat of Conversation, Sports Radio 610. Back in a minute.
Talking MMA, wrestling, and boxing to music and sports superstars.
Can you dig it, sucker?
This is Heated Conversations with Booker T.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
You're listening to Heated Conversations.
Tell me you did not just say that.
With Wrestling Hall of Famer Booker T.
Welcome back to Heated Conversation on Sports Radio 610. Just got off the line with Wale, and man, I can't wait to get Wale back down here to Houston, Texas. Hopefully it will be at Night of Champions, September 20th. It's going to be a beautiful day, September 20th. All-day affair. I normally don't talk wrestling on the show, but it's going to be an all-day affair of wrestling and entertainment because WWE is going to be in town as well with Night of the Champions. So, guys, what? Why are you laughing, man?
I'm not laughing. That's funny, though. Yeah, it's going to be all-day affair. You got reality wrestling in the morning. You got WWE at night. You're going to be doing the pre-show, right? The kickoff show.
Yes, I will be doing the kickoff show. Yeah, it's going to be great, man. I can't wait.
Are Josh and I going to be sitting close to you?
Yeah.
Oh, he paused for a second. We got nosebleed seats.
No, man, I told y'all, man, I was going to put you guys down. Even if we have to open up another section.
Look at that.
You feel me?
Bam. Look at that. See, what I mean? Now I feel important.
You know what I mean? If I have to get, somebody to open up another section, I'm going to make sure that you guys have good seats, Well,
there you go. Well, we appreciate it.
Will I be able to talk to Paige?
No.
Damn.
No.
Quick shut. No.
You will not be able to talk.
Even if you
Paige.
Come to reality wrestling later tonight, you're not going to get to talk to Miranda or Raina.
Ah, dang.
Morena.
You're not talking to either one of them.
Just put them both on and just what, you know what I mean?
You're not talking to Morena.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, what about let's talk about what's going on in the news right now. Trump still ahead.
Trump is very much ahead in the polls. He made an appearance last night on the Tonight Show, this last Friday night, and
but today he had actually a rally. A couple of days ago, he had a rally with Ted Cruz.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he had a rally with Ted Cruz, and they were actually talking about the nuclear Iran deal that the president made. And they think the president made that deal by himself, The president did it, you know what I mean? And what was cool about it is Ted Cruz, the dude is sharp, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah, he is.
No, I'm telling you, he knows his stuff, man. I mean, he named off every Agdubali name that you can imagine. No offense.
Yes.
But he named off every name that I could not pronounce properly if I had studied it. And he made himself look really, really good, man. I was like, wow, this dude, he'll know his stuff. And then Donald Trump came up. Everybody is stupid. stupid. Thank you very much.
Is that all he said?
That was pretty much it.
Spot on, Donald Trump impersonation.
Wow. Excuse me. Everybody loves me.
And then he did his lips like,
yeah.
I don't know why he do that.
Excuse me.
Why does he do?
It's gonna be huge. We're gonna build a wall. It's gonna be huge.
We're gonna change America. You know? I was like, wow. You know what I mean? He's leading the polls. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you, Booker. I would love to know your analysis of this. Why do you think Donald Trump is leading not only in the Republican polls but in the national polls as well against any other Democrat? Why is he in the lead?
Well, he's in the lead because, like I said, Donald Trump is saying a whole lot of stuff that a lot of other people want to say. They're just not able to go up there and do it and articulate it like that because they're not a billionaire, first and foremost. But a lot of people believe in what Donald Trump stands for. This gunslinger attitude. You know, we don't have to believe in government to make the thing work. Come on. I mean, if Donald Trump was to become the president, oh, my God, I can only imagine what this world would turn into overnight. You know, I don't think it'll be a good situation for the country for someone like Donald Trump to be in office because he's too much of a celebrity. It's not like, you know, of course we've had presidents who've been actors.
Ronald Reagan was an actor in the movies, yeah.
But when Ronald Reagan became president, he knew his business. He knew foreign affairs. He knew who was doing what and at what times. We can't trust someone like Donald Trump.
I mean, do you see anybody right now in the presidential field that you're like, this will be a good? I know we're getting a little political, but do you see anybody who you're like, this would make a good president? I mean, is it Jeb Bush? Is it Hillary Clinton? Is it Donald Trump? Is it Ben Carson? Is there anybody that you're like, man, this is the guy or this is the woman who's going to lead us for the next 4 to 8 years?
You know what? I don't see it, man. I'm up in the air on this one, actually. You know, because I'm not down with Hillary Clinton. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm a Democrat, but I'm not going to be a Democrat this year.
You're going to look for the independent party. Is Ralph Nader running? Because let's just vote for. Let's everyone vote for Ralph.
You know, Rand Paul. You know,
Rand Paul.
All these guys, they just look so dry. You know what I mean? None of them bring any special appeal or anything. You know, you want to like your president.
You do.
Clinton was cool. You know,
Clinton was the man.
He played the saxophone.
Yeah.
The ladies loved him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obama had the smooth walk. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He smoked.
I think Obama is on he was just on How to Survive in Alaska or some random reality show. So I mean, he has a celebrity appeal. I saw Jeb Bush on the debut edition.
He speaks good Spanish.
He does speak good Spanish. His wife is Spanish, I believe. I think she is. But I saw him on the debut of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and he looked. Honestly, it was terrible. They made him look so. Either he made himself, or they made him look so bad.
What do you mean? As far as he look old?
No. Just like the interview, like he didn't come across as somebody a presidential candidate. Yeah. He didn't come across like that.
What about D's nuts?
D's nuts is still polling pretty high.
Yeah, I saw the kid actually. They had him on CNN. Let's switch gears. Marble Falls, Texas. 2 high schoolers attacked the official.
Oh yeah, the football.
Have you ever seen that footage of the surfer out in the ocean and he's catching a big wave and one great white hit him from one side and then the other great white hit him from the other side? Have you ever seen?
I've never seen it, but I know the theory that you're speaking upon.
This is what happened.
It's like I'll relate it to Jurassic Park where the raptors were coming from the left and the right. They knew when to get the guy and they were distracting him.
That's the same thing I just said about the sharks.
But I'm making a timely reference. Jurassic World was just in theaters. I'm trying to reach to the people, the young people, Booker.
But this was real life.
This was in the movies, which is sometimes better. You didn't see Jurassic World?
Yes, I saw Jurassic World.
Did you take the kids to Jurassic World?
No, I didn't.
Did you like it?
PG movie.
Did you like it?
No, I didn't. It actually was not good at all. You know, the thing is with these movies like that, me and Charmel, my wife, my queen, I love you. We left the arena. I'm sorry, we left the theater saying, man, it's just too much CGI. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and the best part about that whole movie was the raptors at the end. That was the best part of it. You know what I mean? And when they attacked the big,
Indominus Rex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was the best part of that whole movie. None of it was real. Like, Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
That was real, man. I walked out of that movie like, man, you know what I mean? I just felt like I went back in time. No CGI.
You feel like you wanted to go put some wax on the machine and lay down some track.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I wanted to do something like that because it made me feel again. And that's what movies, I think, with all the CGI.
Well, I'll tell you, this referee felt something.
That was a CGI.
That wasn't CGI. I think that action
I'm going to tell you, that the ref got a good lawsuit. You know, and if I was the referee, I would have said, "Don't move me." Somebody call an ambulance. That's what I would have said. You know what I mean? This heated conversation, Sports Radio 610. But that's exactly what I would have said, and I would not have moved until I got to the hospital and told the doctor, how bad it was and whatnot. Let's get X-rays, let's get CAT scans, let's get EKGs, let's get a sonar on this. Let's make sure we check out everything.
The whole 9 yards.
I can't move my legs. You know what I mean? I can't move my legs.
I have no feeling.
I need a neck brace.
That's what I would have been doing.
Yeah.
But let's move. Like I said, referee got to do a good lawsuit on that. Let's talk about another big landmark lawsuit. Freddie Gray, the family of Freddie Gray, kid down there in Baltimore that the cops arrested, end up throwing him in the back of the paddy wagon. He hit his, head on something, fell on something, went into a coma, there later died. Family received $6.4 million for the death of Freddie Gray. And I say, man, more power to him.
Do you
Hopefully that'll teach the city a lesson. Hopefully the mayor get with those cops down there and tell them how detrimental it is, to make the city look like that around the world. I mean, because people are not going to just they're going to look at Baltimore a certain way. They're going to look at those cops a certain way. I was looking at CNN and a 60-year-old woman got pulled over in a school zone. She was going 10 miles over the speed limit. The cop goes up to the car, rolls the window down. The woman goes off on him and calls him all kind of names and says, "That's why you cops are being shot right now."
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
So and stuff like that, it inflames people when you see innocent people get killed, at the hands of the police who's supposed to protect and serve, and there's a lot of good cops out there.
Yeah, I mean, look at the one who was killed here in Houston.
Exactly.
I mean, a great man, a great family man, a great cop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's a few bad apples out there that can give everybody else a bad name. You know what I mean? So more power to the Freddie Gray family for receiving that $6.4 million.
Do you think that was enough? Do you think that money is enough for them and to make a statement? Do you think it should have been more?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's enough because they settled. You know what I mean? Because it would have been more if they would have went to court. Mm-hmm. And I think the city knew that. I think they say, hey, let's, it's going to cost us a whole lot more in lawyer fees. We're probably going to have to pay him $10 million, perhaps in excess, or maybe more. So let's pay them $6.4 million, and let's put this thing behind us. They got an awesome mayor up there, man, and she is awesome. She's running that city with an iron fist, and she's making that city look good again. So definitely, big props to the mayor.
Yeah, big props. I mean, if this resolves some sort of issue, I would love it. This brutality on both ends, it just has to stop. It really does. The officer who was gunned down here in Houston, literally was a block and a half from where my sister lives. And, she said she saw him around the neighborhood the whole time. And this guy was so nice. Even, people he arrested spoke highly of him, And so to see it on both ends, for innocent people to be losing their lives, it's got to stop now. It really does.
It's crazy, man. It's 2015. I'm 50 years old. Been around this world many, many times. I've been on this earth. It seemed like an eternity, but it seemed like it never stops. And it seems like it's always something in the news. I don't know if it's because of social media now and the platform is so much bigger. But I tell you, like you just said, Bradley, it's got to stop. It's got to stop sooner or later. And hopefully something like this will make people, think twice. That cop that pulled the old lady over, man, he thought twice. He gave the lady the warning and go, have a nice day, man.
Well, he was just like, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. But Booker, if the zombie apocalypse ever comes and this nation goes haywire, are you gonna be locked and loaded at the Booker T mansion? Can I come over? Can you protect everybody?
No.
I don't have a spot.
No, the apocalypse come, man. I'm just gonna lay it down, man. I've been there long enough, bro.
You're gonna be axe kicking zombies left and right.
I'm gonna do my part for my kids and whatnot, but you on your own, bro. This is the Conversation Sports Radio 16. I want to thank the fans for listening in on the show. I want to thank my producer Josh Reese for putting this thing together. Brad Gilmore for being my man by my side every week. Heated Conversation, we out.
Hey, so here's a word you don't often associate with tax season, easy. But at TaxAct, they use that word all the time because TaxAct makes it easy to get started, easy to file your taxes, and easy to switch. Another word they use a lot, guarantee. TaxAct guarantees your max refund, and with their $100,000 accuracy guarantee, you can rest assured that their calculations are 100% correct. Don't overpay for your tax filing software. This year, file for less and get more with TaxAct. Start for free at taxact.com today. See website for details. Restrictions apply.
Get rewarded just for shopping with Simon Plus. Don't miss Memorial Day sales at Simon Premium Outlets and Mills. You can get points at scores of stores, access to exclusive offers, and exciting surprises. You've got an extra day off, so make it pay off with the best deals from brands you love all in one place. It's a summer kickoff thing. Join today at simonplus.com. Rewards program terms apply. See simonplus.com for details.